Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a true nerd, and welcome to Drop Duchy, which is basically Tetris, but also a city builder strategy roguelike thing, and I know that sounds like complete nonsense, but I've been playing this for a few hours already, and I really bloody like it. So okay, let's just jump on into here, because yes, once you see this in action, it's pretty easy to get your head around, which is, we're playing Tetris, except the pieces are also landscape. We are building a landscape down below using these Tetris pieces. So, just to drop this down here. Congratulations, that's now a whole bunch of forest, etc, etc. So, we'll just pop you over here. Create some forest over on the left. Some lovely plains over on the right. And you, my friend, we can definitely put onto one side. Because, classic Tetris style, the big, long 4x1 laddie, he could be very, very useful down the line. So there we go, he's now floating off to one side. The reason we're doing this, by the way, is, yes, if you play Tetris well and complete lines, they don't disappear, but instead they get explored, according to this game's parlance, which basically just means you get to harvest them. So, pieces that are forested, they'll generate wood. Pieces that have got plains, they'll generate food. You can see those resources down in the bottom right there, and we'll be needing those as time goes by. That's why you want to play Tetris nicely. So we'll just pop you down right here, my friend, and there we go. Bit of wood, a bit of food, that gets harvested, absolutely flipping lovely. So far, so simple. But next up we've got, if I just pop you there, a building. And buildings are rather interesting, because buildings can change the properties of nearby tiles. So yeah, this farmer here transforms the plains into fields. And the reason we want to do that is, a field is worth a lot of flipping more than a basic plain is when we harvest it. So I'm just going to pop you down right here, my friend. The nearby grassland becomes a beautiful, beautiful field. Dump you next to there as well. And there we go. That gets me even flipping more fields. And as we're now building, some fields over at that bit of the world, I'm going to dump you over on the right here. Because if you play well, and bank more than one row at a time, you gain bonuses to how much you're harvesting. And next up we've got another building. This one doesn't change the characteristics of the tiles around him. Instead, it benefits depending on what he's next to. Because this is a military building, because there's also combat in this Tetris city builder, because it is delightfully nonsensical. So yeah, this building wants to be next to plains, but ideally next to fields, with a range of 2. So if I just, pop you, say, round about here, that will probably work pretty nicely, though, actually, you know what? I do see, some more pieces coming up in the future that could potentially be of use, so I'm going to pop you, right here. So immediately, he gets himself 5 from there, which is beautiful. We're going to dump you, right here. Though unfortunately, when you complete a line, it doesn't disappear. So that empty square, that's going to be empty forever. We've no way of accessing that. So if I just say dump you here, then that tile gains benefit from being next to plain. Then that tile converts into farm. And as a result, gains even more benefit. You see there, the field is worth a 10, not 3. Very much worth bothering with. And if we just pop you down here, my friend, even more goes into the tower. So if there were enemies, that tower would suddenly be becoming formidable. Wood clearer, meanwhile, understandably, clears wood. But in doing so, generates a huge amount of wood for me. But on top of that, if I pop you here, all of a sudden, there's more plains nearby to that watchtower, making it even more flipping powerful. Juicer will generate a double line, so that's plenty of food coming in for me too. We've got only a few more tiles coming in, which is absolutely a-okay. So we can probably complete, like, I don't know, 1 line more. I doubt we could do 2. No, there's going to be no way to do 2. Because, the last building you keep in reserve simply doesn't get used for anything. And there we go. That's the basics right there. And we're only just getting started. Because at the end of each round, this being a sort of roguelike thing, naturally, you get to pick a card, which is basically a new tile you get to play with going forward. So let's take some exploited land to get some extra fields on the board. And naturally, in classic roguelike style, having completed that mission, we now need to choose where we want to go. Deciding, which path we may or may not follow, ultimately leading up to a flipping boss, because there's bosses in this Tetris city builder thing, because it's just delightfully silly. For now though, yes, we can pick a building card, which is basically a new piece I can utilise, or alternatively, the university, a technology card which is like a passive benefit you'll keep for the whole game. So let's go in that direction, because, you know, that might be potentially useful. I will take, sure, any sort of technology card whatsoever. So gain +2 food whenever I'm exploring a field, gain a 15 gold when exploring a single row. So right, bit of insurance in case you're playing not optimally. And then a river, which has not shown up yet, so let's not worry about that. I think, yeah, given we just took extra flipping field cards, let's take even more food from a field. Because, you see, the reason you're actually gathering these resources is because they're how you upgrade your tiles to make them better and flipping better. So, immediately, we could take, say, that wood clearer and make it generate 12 wood per wood tile cleared, as opposed to 8. Though honestly, I think I'm a bit more into, yes, this new tile we just got right here. The exploited lands. Doubling what the fields in this tile are worth from 20 to 40. So go on then, that can just be upgraded straight to level 2. That is A-OK, I am fine with that. And only stars, right. Now choosing whether I'd like a giant pile of food or a giant pile of wood. I did just use a plot of wood, so let's take a fair whack of wood. So yes, I now get to choose whether I do a peaceful region, like we did in that first engagement, or alternatively, a hostile region, where there's actually going to be enemies we need to fight at the end of the encounter. The issue being, if you take the peaceful region, the boss gets stronger and flipping stronger. So, yes, taking on the enemy, good idea if you think you could get away with it. And on top of that, right, we are going to see rivers, so there's going to be a new terrain type showing up here as well. And yeah, before we actually go into a fight, you do actually get to see what you're going up against. So, you know, the actual tiles are going to be showing up naturally, up in the top left there, what the enemy's going to be bringing to bear, up in the top right, and your own tiles down here. You've got to spend food in order to unlock more slots to bring more of your own tiles. That's why you want to be gathering wood, food, etc. You need it for upgrades and opening up new slots. Speaking of which, with that wood I picked up, I can just afford to get my farm up to the next level, meaning range 1 to range 2. That's going to generate a much bigger amount of field, so absolutely, yeah, let's get that done too. So, step 1, everything starts out precisely as it did before. Only this time, yeah, there's water on the field. In terms of what we get out of finishing a line with water in it, it generates gold, which, yes, we will be needing over time. And here comes a flipping enemy. So, naturally, I get to choose the position of the enemies. As a result of that, yes, what I'm trying to do is put enemies in disadvantageous spots so they don't get stronger. So this guy wants to be adjacent to other buildings, i.e., you know, other buildings in the same row as him. So if I just pop him down to the bottom right here, and then finish the row with no other buildings in it, then basically he can't get any stronger. So that's a pretty good start as far as I'm concerned. So, okay. I see my exploited land is coming up, but really I want that to be next to, you know, my watchtower, so it can get stronger and stronger. So what I'll probably do is, yeah, dump the forest over here, put my exploited land in reserve, and just, yeah, pop a river over here as well. That's all absolutely fine. There's another horse stable coming up, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, there are 3 buildings coming up for the enemy. Do, of course, bear in mind, when the time comes, what I want to do really is, yeah, make sure I've got one of them in the reserve slot at the end of the fight. That way, the enemy gets one less building than they should do. So we're going to put you down as well, and okay. Those guys are now basically dealt with. There's nothing more that they can do. So, right, let's start generating some big old planes here. So, you, buddy, I'd like you to go, okay. I'm going to say it right here. That's going to generate huge amounts of fields straight away, which is lovely. Then, we're just going to create more plane to convert into more field. Abso-flipping-lutely. Then, with a range of 2... If I put you here, buddy, that's going to convert the forest into plain. and the plane straight into field. So that is generating a huge amount of flipping food immediately. And now's the time with this mercenary camp appearing to, yes, dump that over on the right. So I've kind of lost my reserve slot if I want to do that. And, oh, blimey. Well, looky what's coming up in a flipping minute. So, right, I'm going to put you right here. I'm going to pop you over here, my friend. I'm going to pop you over here. This watchtower is about to become flipping mighty. So, right, that watchtower just became 32 strength. Beautiful. And yeah, now I just want to build around this area so that, yeah, I've got the ability to... Oh, where do you want to go? You can go there. That's absolutely fine. I just want to, like, you know, save space for more planes in a perfect world. I know this is going to be a tiny bit scruffy, but the best thing I could do is, yeah, just to basically create more planes around here. Even though that does mean there's going to be a few lines that we simply can't claim above. Because, yeah, they don't disappear when they're completed. So those incomplete lines, they can never be completed. I am giving up some wood in order to do that, but it's probably for the better. And given that line can't be completed anyway, we may as well dump this down and, yeah, take that wood as well. Because if I just put you guys down right, we can also, yeah, create one final complete line too. So, right. We now need to send our troops against the enemy, which is delightfully silly. Basically, all I need to do is draw a path, any path I choose, that links all the troops on the board together. The troops will then follow that path, engaging in combat or reinforcing each other, one by flipping one. However, you may notice on the left there, axes work very well against swords, and swords is all the enemy's got. If I was to, yeah, send my archers over here to merge it with my axes, then what's going to happen is, yeah, these axes will become arrows, because when armies merge, the bigger number just takes over. So what I'm going to do is take advantage of, yes, my super effective axes by sending them against these soldiers first. Finally, the surviving enemy soldiers will come and take on my archers. So, yeah, 10 axes go in, actually take out the numerically superior opponent simply because axes are good at that sort of thing, and as a result, yes, my archers easily win. But sooner or later, yeah, we're going to be needing more troops than what we could generate off just that watchtower. Or we might get unlucky and that watchtower just doesn't spawn at a good moment. So, okay. A training camp, which, yes, can generate more troops depending on, yes, what it's lined up with in terms of rows or columns, or the stronghold, which generates, yes, additional strength based on adjacent empty squares or borders. I'm gonna take that, sure, we'll see how that goes. And yes, at this point we've got nowhere to go but the trading fair. So, yeah, I can trade one resource for another. And what we're really lacking in terms of, yeah, everything is wood. So if I could trade, spot on. Food for wood. Abso-flipping-lutely. So we'll do that, brilliant. And that means, yeah, we can now do some more upgrades. So, let's have a look see at you, my friend. Yeah, if we upgrade you, you'll just generate more strength from empty borders or empty squares. And I think I'll take my farm up to rank 3, because that's just going to generate so many fields. 1, that's free food. 2, yeah, that just makes it easier for my watchtower to become super powered. And speaking of which, you know what? Let's get that plow upgraded as well. So every field is worth even more food. So now we should be swimming in food. So yeah, we've got a peaceful region. So boss gets stronger. Or hostile. Loads of forest, a tiny bit of plain. Or 50-50. It's got to be the 50-50. Though in doing so, yeah, I'm committing myself to the next fight being a forest heavy. So we might want to bear that in mind. So, right. If I want to, yeah, I could unlock additional slots. And, do I have anything? Yes, I do have my stronghold. So I will spend some of my food in order to get my stronghold in play. Beautiful. So, right. In we go. Let's see which way the chips are going to fall. I'm going to pop you on one side, pop you down here. And I don't like the fortified farm showing up this early, for the simple reason that, yeah, I don't know where the planes are going to be. There's no planes for it to work on right now. So I have to store you for the time being, just to get you out the way. We'll pop you there as well. Siege camp. So, okay. Anything in range of that gets weaker. So I need to keep my military buildings away from you. So if I put you in the corner, that should minimize the risk of that. Now my wood clearer could come in right now. So we'll convert all of you into plain right there. If I was to bring you to here, I see a mercenary camp too. Okay, that's just a blank 20. I'm going to store you. And I'm going to put, yeah, my farm here, which is not ideal. But we can, yeah, build that out a bit because we've got you coming in too. So that is a huge amount of field we've got coming in straight away. Then if we just, yeah, dump some forest over on the left here. Oh, I don't like you, to be honest, but fine. I'm going to give up on that one row. I can deal with it. Question is, how long is it going to be until the watchtower shows up? Because I'd love the watchtower to go in this gap right here. Willing to wait for the minute, bare minimum. So you go there. That's fine. Even more flipping field. And if you go there, that's another... Oh, that's a line I don't want to give up, to be honest. Don't like that. Don't like that one little bit. So, right, I'm going to put you here. I'm going to put you here as well. The barracks is right. Recruiting 2 for every 20 gold earned this round. Well, I've not earned, like, any gold, so I'm just going to pop you here. That's absolutely fine. That also gets me right. Perfect. I'm actually harvesting my fields. I don't want to miss out harvesting my fields, damn it. If I put you here as well, there's the watchtower. Okay. I'm going to put you right here, buddy, to make sure... Oh, beautiful. And actually, if I put you here... The fortress wants empty space, so okay, I'm going to play very inefficiently in order to create empty space around the fortress. Then you, my friend, you're going right here. 35 power. Flipping love it. And then, yeah, if I put you here, that's going to generate... John, by doing that, you just gave up a lot of food you could have banked. Okay, that may have been not a good tactical move, actually. The fortress, yes, incentivized you to play badly, which is a... great now I think about it, so... Okay, this is fine. Don't worry, the game doesn't actually end if you go at the top. It just ends the round immediately. So, okay, I feel like the fortress may not be a good tile. Because, I mean, 24 is not even that impressive for how much it just cost me. Right, and this time the enemy is, yes, half axes, and axes don't do well against bows. So, honestly, just, yeah, send you at the axes. Then, remainder, just to clear out the swords. Beautiful. A nice, easy victory for me, which will also get me a tiny bit more gold as well. Spot on. Not convinced by the fortress, though. That maybe I'll get rid of. So, okay. River Castle. Needs to be connected to a certain amount of river for it to actually do anything. But once it does connect up to that much river, generate strength for every connected river. So, yeah, if there's loads of river, could potentially be very powerful indeed. Then we've got, yeah, something generating gold out of connected fields versus lumber camp. Wood from connected forests. I think wood's something we could do with more of, so, yeah, I'm going to take the lumber camp. Though, naturally, as the game goes on, yeah, the tricky bit is figuring out how many cards you want to have in your deck that are defensive cards versus how many cards you're going to take that are purely production-y. Because you want as little military as possible so you can generate as many yields as possible. Speaking of which, okay, unfortunately, yes, I've got no choice but to go into a peaceful region because I went this way. Should have scouted ahead a bit better. So, we're also going into a heavily forested area, which I do not like as much. So, what I'm going to do is, yeah, turn off the stronghold and turn on the lumber camp instead. So, yeah, this should be a nice, bloody simple one, where basically all we're doing is, yeah, trying to generate a huge amount of wood. And watchtowers are, to be honest, largely irrelevant on this occasion. And he's taken his bloody time to show up, but finally, the lumber camp is here. Which immediately gets me 200 caulking wood, together with even more. So, right. That's the power of, yeah, production buildings. They don't generate any strength, but bloody hell, they can generate resources. Ooh, and I tell you what, a horse stable. Do need more military buildings, and that fortress I'm not convinced by, so welcome aboard, my friends. So at this point, gold or food, we'll take some food, thank you very, very much indeed. No need to, sacrifice for more, though. You know what, we are doing well. So yeah, basically what happens is, if you lose a fight, you don't actually lose the game. All that happens is, the remaining enemy troops on the field deduct from your health meter up in the top right there, which you can also trade out for more resources. So yeah, I'm going to give up 15 hit points in order to get some more food. And if I want to, I could just spend gold to get that health back too. But more importantly, that gets me the resources to, get the watchtower up to its final level, with a ridiculously increased range, so, oh yeah, that could just be a bit silly. And I'll also take that horse stable up a little bit too, just up to level 2, can't afford 3 because I would need stone, literally don't have stone yet. But now, final stopping point before we reach the boss. I can either top up my health or alternatively, okay, pay 150 gold to upgrade a random level 2 card from my deck. Go on then, I'll do that, and beautiful. My horse stable is now even better. Anyway, it's time for, the wall now. And he's stronger than he should be, because, yes, I kind of went through a peaceful area, so I didn't properly scout ahead. So, say hello to the wall. The wall is terrifying because the wall, as you can see, has 315 strength to it. If I build anything that crosses that red line, the round immediately ends and we start fighting. So that'll be very, very bad. However, as the round goes on, it will get weaker, it will open up more space. But it means I've got to play it very, very efficiently and very carefully. For the time being, just pop a few things down, and my exploited lands come out a little bit early here. So I'm going to, try and store that off to one side, so I know where I want that to go. Because plains are going to be what ultimately wins me this game. So, right. What are we going to do here? We've also got Strategic Pavilion. So if I just pop you out of the way here, that's fine. And this, meanwhile, you want to be next to plains or fields. Well, right now, that's not ideal. Because either I put you, say, around here, where you'll be next to at least one plain, or I put you here, where you'll be next to a building that will mean it powers up. So, okay. I'm going to pop you away, off to one side. Then, right, I see my farm coming up. Okay. What we're going to do, I'm going to put you there, and the wall is starting to recede. Right there, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So what we need to do, really, is, just create some plain I can work with. I feel like, if I put you here, and then we put the farmer here, that's going to generate a huge, dumb amount of farm, actually. Now what we need to do is, pop you there. He immediately gains 30. Now we need to build more flipping plain and thus field around him. So, right, that's a wooden fortress. Turns forest into plain, but in doing so gets stronger. You know what? If I put this here, it only gains 4 strength. However, that tile, now it's been converted, will 1, pass on strength to you, 2, make that into a field, which passes on more strength to you. So, right, I just gained more than he did right there. The question is, this is a bit of an ugly forest over here, but that's what we need to do so that you can be plain. And then, we're powering up the watchtower even more here. This is good. This is very, very good indeed. Okay. But now we've got, hang on, that rally point is, no, you cannot go anywhere right now. Then again, actually, plain or field, you could go here. Issue being, oh dear. Now I need to start playing inefficiently, or I need to, well then again, oh dear. You fit nicely, creates a line, I get to harvest the fields, but in doing so, that means no plains. But there is a real lack of no. Because look what's coming in. It's the cocking wood clearer. Oh, you magnificent sexy bastard. Right, you go right there. Convert all of that. 2 planes. Lovely, though. Just powered up that guy. Didn't mean to, but did. So, okay. The watchtower is getting stronger and stronger. The wall is still, however, very, very strong indeed. I've got my own horse stable. So, actually, you know what? If I put you here, right, and then you go here, you'll be on the far side from, yeah, the McGibble over there. So I'm going to put you there, and that should generate... Let's work into the assumption that would generate some good stuff, but oh, maybe it doesn't get banked till the end, because, yeah, it can't get banked till the end, for the simple reason I might put another building in between in the meantime. So, okay, I've now got the strategic pavilion in the side. Pop you down there. Is there any reason to now prioritize any sort of terrain over another? I don't think so. So let's see if we can maybe, yeah, bank these stables, because now there's nothing there, aside from... Are you actually going to bank now? Okay, maybe you're going to bank at the end. Okay. Just begin playing as efficiently as we can, as far as possible. Put you there, put you... Oh. Okay, hang on. Do I have the ability to actually put down the coming L? I don't think I do, and that's unfortunate, isn't it? So, right, bank this, and unfortunately, right, you're going to be at 45. The only solution being, no, I can't even save myself by putting in the strategic pavilion. So, right, that's going to end the round immediately. It would have ended next turn anyway, but I think, unfortunately, that means the wall is slightly stronger than it would have been. So, yeah, just to bring all my troops together here. It's going to be archers, because it can't be anything else. So, yeah, at that point, I'm not sure it really matters in terms of order. Begin the fight. My troops all reinforce. Beautiful. So, right. Kill all of the swordsmen. Kill the other archers. And technically, we lose. But that doesn't mean we actually lose. It just means that there we go. We take a hit. Okay. Bit stressful. But we're alive, even if technically we lost to the wall. And go on then, I'll take that river castle we saw earlier, because rivers are now showing up, and I do like rivers. Rivers are fun. So, that's the first boss defeated. And now, delightfully, I get to choose something to leave behind. I.e., which terrain I'm not going to be seeing going forwards. And I think, yeah, we're going to leave behind forest, which is a shame in terms of... yeah, my flipping lumberyard McGibble. But we can't leave behind grassland. That's like essential to my most important military building. And I quite like rivers. Rivers are fun. So, yeah, we'll leave behind forests. And as a result, mountains are going to enter play. Still, keep on keeping on. We got ourselves, yeah, loads of rivers there. Or slightly less rivers. So, right, we'll go hostile and rivers. And I will take... You know what, just look at my deck here. Right now I've got, yeah, barely anything that does anything with rivers. And you I don't like, so I'm going to sell you for money. And honestly, the lumber camp is never going to be used again either. So we may as well just get rid of you as well. And gets me a giant pile of food, actually. Not bad. Not bad at all. So yeah. What we need really is something that works for rivers. So I'm going to go to the guild... Select, ooh, a river building, spot on. So, okay. Generate a food for each connected river, excluding the first 12. Honestly, I'm not bad at generating a food already. Or, send 8 strength to every building adjacent to a connected river. That's pretty fun, actually. You know what? I like that. I'm going to take the Fluvial Guards. Oh, and that is true. Precious wood clearer. You also just get sold at this point because you're literally not going to do anything going forward. So, right. Into a very river-heavy area. And straight away, right, we've got some rivers coming down. And we can have the Fluvial Guard coming in too. So yeah, rivers just having them run all the way up the map. Just sort of sneaking around everything is advantageous. Strategic Pavilion. Okay, same deal that we just saw a second ago. I'm just going to pop you on one side for a minute, and here comes stone. So naturally, exploring stone gets you the stone resource. Would you flipping believe it? So, right, we'll pop you here, and then just start building up a little bit of... Oh, John. You just kind of blocked off a lot of flipping... Okay. Let's just pop you over here. This is not a great start, actually. I'm a tiny bit concerned about what I've just done here. I was, thinking about the exciting, sexy rivers that might be coming up. So, well, no, you don't bloody go anywhere either. Right, okay. I'm going to pop this here. And 100% there will be planes, like, somewhere going forward. And also we're converting, like, the far side of the mountains to being food as well. So, right, just keep... this moving in the right direction. Now if I, put a bit of river here, that will mean, right, there we go. 8 strength gets passed on to you. Not bad. Alarm tower. So I'm just going to pop you up here, out the way, because, I've got no buildings over. John, that was a military pavilion. Oh, this is potentially going to be an issue, actually. Okay, everything's fine, apart from the bits where it's not, so, if I put you here, that's not a bad spot, in terms of, then actually, it's either, so if I put you here, that will gain a pretty decent amount of strength from the farm, and you need to, recruit from adjacent river. Not ideal, but the castle's picking up strength already, which is... fine. You need to go here purely to create fields. This is scruffy. This is looking very scruffy. Then I'm going to put you here. You're going to go here on top of the river castle. That's fine. Everything's getting stronger. You need to go here so that, you get stronger there. So we're okay. We're still doing okay. This is really, really rough, but it's sort of working. You go to here. I think we might just need to accept that, yes, 3 lines are not being cleared. Then again, actually, hang on. We've got a good L coming in later. So if I just, put you up here, that line probably wasn't going to get, collected anyway. So that's fine. You go to... If you go to here, that's going to get you something on the tower, which is good. You go to here. That's worth a couple of lines at bare minimum. So this is all getting a bit out of hand, but I'm sure it's all fine. You go there. You, buddy, go there. And the mountain just goes on top because why not? Oh, there was a lot of stuff we did not, successfully harvest this round. That was scruffy, yes. Still, I will say, the enemy is mostly arrows, so on this occasion, what we can do is send the flipping swords over to here, so then that is a group of swords, then link that over to the archers, then they'll become swords too. Then the swords can absolutely slaughter these archers. So that should get me a good solid win. Even if you're losing, you can win anyway in the event that, you get the right sort of troops in the right place. And, ooh... windmill. 5 flipping food for every connected fields. I can't say no to that. Windmills could get good, damn it. Over to the guild, by the way. I feel like we need another river building. I like the river building. So, okay, we can also convert, giant mega rivers into woods. Given we've just lost all of our wood production, I feel like that's a good idea. On account of which, give me another flipping slot. So we'll take the sawmill. Do I want the windmill right now? I think I'll leave it out for the time being. Then again, I could just have it in anyway. No, save the food. We probably need that at some point or another. Speaking of which, you, sir, you can be upgraded, right now. So I just need to make 1 mega river. And then, the mega river, we just fix up with, the river castle, the fluvial guard, and the sawmill. Just make sure all of those are connected together, and that will be very sexy. Straight away, right, the enemy is now using its own stronghold, so empty or border. Let's put you on side for the time being, buddy, till we decide what we want to do with you. And then, yeah, the exploited land is kind of unfortunately available straight away, but we can deal with that. I'm sure it's all fine. You just go over here as well. And okay, begin building the ridiculous flipping mega river right here. Get the fluvial guard in play, and yeah, make sure that river never gets cut off. That river is way too important to ever get cut off. And, okay. You just need to basically be, yeah, surrounded and not put at the edge. You know what? That we can do. Okay, this mercenary camp is also just a flat 30, which is fine, but... Okay, this is already looking a tiny bit scruffy, because now where the bloody hell am I supposed to put my bloody farm? Okay, don't worry about it. It's all going to be fine. We'll create plains over on John. That means the river's not going to get to that building. That was a terrible move. But okay, it is what it is. Just, yeah. This is going to mean that river can't really be cut off, which is fine. If I put you here, that's going to be a bit of strength, if a little bit not the best result. Okay. There's no way to get you down without cutting off something, unfortunately. So, actually, you know what? If I put you here, I might be able to get the river round to at least the tower. Then again, John, that would be cutting off all the plains. No, that would be a terrible move. So, okay, next up, sawmill. You go there. Is the river big enough? The river is not big enough to do anything just yet. Put the mountains at the side here. John, that's where the plains are supposed to go. John, there are no plains. That's the mistake you've made. You're relying on plains, and there's no cocking plains. So, there we go. There's that wood. The river got long enough to generate the wood. So, right, we've now actually got wood coming in, which is ideal. You go there. That's a good spot for you. And then, yeah, if at all possible, yeah, there's just no cocking plains. Like, there are no plains, so don't even worry about it. You go there. Okay, that's fine. And we've got... You just go there out the way. That's okay too. You link up that river. So then, yeah, 1, that's wood. And 2, the fluvial guard can now power up the watchtower. And also the stables. Didn't even consider that, but that's a thing too. So, okay. The river castle can also join up. That's going to generate... Okay, that's good. That will replace the weakness in the tower quite nicely. And the barracks. You need to just be stored out the way, my friend. So, okay. Okay. You just go there. Then there's more. That's fine. You just go there as well. There is still a tiny amount of, yeah, river we could get down. I don't like any of this, to be honest. But, okay, you go there. You go up top. You go over to... Gosh darn it, I've just completely screwed myself, haven't I? Yes, I have. Now that final bit of river isn't connected. Well, that's just a bloody... Oh, blimey, the cocking stables are apparently much better than I thought they were going to be. Okay, never mind. The stables are carrying me for the time being. So, okay, just sent in a giant pile of swordsmen. This should, yeah, be able to slaughter everything here. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. And swordsmen will annihilate archers. We'll make some good money out of this, too. And you know what? Screw it. More river castles. Let's go. Second river castle will do me just fine, thank you. So, okay. I'm going to go to the university. See if maybe I get lucky. And, yeah, pick up something to do with rivers. Let's select something to do with cards. So, okay. Get a 4th option every round. Stone costs go down. It's probably good. Then again, all upgrade costs go down. Yep, take the printing press. I'll take that. That's fine. And then, what are we lacking? We're actually lacking a wood, which is the one thing I can't take right now, which is not ideal. But fine, I will take the food. And then a trading fair or port. I don't really need the... Yeah, we'll go for trading fair. If I could trade, say, ooh, stone. You know what? Yeah, I'll take a giant pile of stone. That means a bare minimum we should be able to do some much better upgrades. Because now I've got the stone for advanced upgrades. And it turns out nothing needed stone to upgrade. I probably should have checked that first, actually. Yes. Still, the Fluvial Guard is doing well. Upgrade the cooking of Fluvial Guard. That's fine. Another good little bit of river ahead of me too. So, right. Same deck's working well. You just need to be kept away from mountains. No trouble, friend. We'll just keep you away from the mountains. Not going to be an issue. There we go. No mountains for you. Though, yeah, there's my sawmill. May as well get it down early. No reason not to, though. Then again, put it, yeah, here. Then you go here. And the stables goes here. And the river castle goes down too. Good start. We've got a good river. Though, weirdly, on this occasion, yeah, we've actually got the ability to potentially create a rather bloody nice bit of plains or something. Bring you into play here. Just slide you in there, buddy. And then what we can do is, yeah, just pop you down right here. Pop the exploited land down right next to you. And hope that the farm comes in pretty soon. So, old tower. So, right, you just can't be next to mountains. That is absolutely fine. If we just put you, say, here, you'll be no threat to anybody. And now we put you here, so okay, the river is definitely no longer trapped. That's good. That's very, very good indeed. And you need to be kept away from the river. So I'm just going to put you over here, where you could be, you know, nice and safe and not cause trouble. You go to here as well. Let's just, yeah, box you in to make sure there's no rivers nearby to you. Okay, I wouldn't mind, by the way. Ooh. Got a second fluvial guard coming in. Still no sign of, yeah, my bloody farm, which is unfortunate. I would have liked to have seen that by now. You could just go in the other side, so we'll always be able to attach things to... Oh, that's better. That's nice. That's very nice. Fluvial Guard number 2 just goes in right at the top and starts powering up the other Fluvial Guard better and better. So, okay. Everything's going to be fine. You just go there. Fortified Farm finally bothers showing up. Does a good job there. Well done, buddy. Oh, that's going to be worth a lot of power to you. 58. Not bad. Not flipping bad at all. So, right. You go there. That is fine. And we've got more rivers coming in too. Okay, the river strategy, that's working. We are doing well on the rivers right now. Including one final mega river, creating a lovely lake right there. Making everything even stronger. Creating even more wood. Even more gold from all of the rivers too. No way to create, yeah, a final liner, however. So down you go. On this occasion, right, I think we should be well under control on this occasion. So, in go my archers, probably about, yeah, 150 of them. Though, yeah, it's a blend of axes and also swords. So, some of those we work well against, some of them not so much. So, gosh darn it, the axes meant we actually just lost, but not much really, not much at all, it's fine. Now it's time for the keep. The keep is nasty, and I'm scared of the keep, and I'm not sure this is going to go well. Right, welcome to, the keep. So, here's the thing. If you build a building on any of those eye tiles, what happens is the keep gets stronger. And unlike the wall, it's not going to get weaker as the match proceeds, or anything. It's just going to potentially get stronger and flipping stronger. So yeah, try and cover up eye slots using, you know, terrain as far as you can. Because otherwise, yeah, you can't really do anything with that. Right now, there's nothing the watchtower can do. If we put, say, yeah, you here-ish, and then, yeah, pop the exploited land down. That's like, you know, a reasonable start. That will get me some strength. Okay, it's time to get the river in play. Get the river down. More cooking mountains. I don't really need mountains for anything, so... Okay, just pop you there out the way. There's the... Right. There's the first... Oh, hang on. No, that needs two. Oh, this is... Put you down there. The fortified... Oh, the fortified farmer has to go... If I put it here... It will convert some of that terrain to farm. Because it's got, like, good range on it. It was 1, John. That was... Okay, maybe not the best idea. The Fluvial Guard has to go down somewhere. But, oh, hang on. I can't block off the river, so... That's got to go here. So that's good. But, oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I noticed, thank you. Yes, the towers, they also get stronger as time goes by a lot, actually. So, right, just keep the river running. Build a river. Just build so much river. River is good. There's the river castle, which literally can't go anywhere without triggering some sort of problem. So that's going to provide 30 to the enemy. Yeah, that's fine, I'm sure. That is okay. You go there. That's fine. Because, yes, that's... I'm losing 2. Oh, that was 2 separate things that just got triggered by that. Okay, you go here, because that is going to be fields. Fields are good. Nothing's wrong with fields. Fields are great. And then the river castle. I've just got to bank everything on the possibility that in the long run, if I build a long enough river, I can, like... I want 100% card. This is already lost. This is an absolute disaster. So, okay. Create more river. Just... Oh, you see, now look at that. That's better. Though... John, that second river castle isn't even cooking connected yet. And also, why did you bring the sawmill? You don't need that right now. That doesn't help you, like, at all. So, you go there. That's good. That's a tiny bit good. Bring out that other bit of river. Because we've got to connect you. Right. That river castle is now powering up a little bit. This is... I mean, it's not looking as bad as it was. We're also in a situation where... Oh, dear. Can I even put down this river? Or you? No, I can't put down anything. So, unfortunately, yes. If a tile's not in the grid, it doesn't get to count. Meaning, oh, dear. It's time to fight. And, the fact that, yeah, these towers have powered up so much... concerns me a tiny bit. So, I mean, give it your all, lads. Give it a go. Alright, final brave last stand, etc, etc. So, 162, down to 100, down to 42, down to 12, down to 168 on their side, and... Okay, so it turns out the river strategy did not work on this occasion. So that there is Drop Duchy, or at least, to be honest, part of it, because new mechanics get unlocked, like all the flipping time, by virtue of, yes, challenges you complete. So, you know, there's Faith, a new mechanic that's going to do something. There's going to be a brand new location type showing up too. Basically, yeah, there is a lot of flipping more to unlock yet. And just in general, I have been playing this a fair whack in my own time. I've been enjoying this hugely, so, oh yeah, well worth a Luxie, I'd say. And if at some point I'm in the mood for a chill, dumb Tetris buildy livestream, well, you never know, maybe we'll be seeing it again in future. We shall flipping see. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerds, and this has been the delightful Drop Duchy. Thank you very much, and goodbye. I've created a small problem in my road system, which is, it's literally impossible for anyone to ever go back into town. And this building shall be where we produce our zebras. And this much taller building next door is naturally where we produce the giraffes. Does anyone remember how the road system went? I think it was something like this.